Hello and welcome to Quality Expo Texas. I'm Genevieve Dicing with Quality Magazine, and we're here with Dr. John Holmes, Manager of Drilling and Production Project Management with GE Energy Oil and Gas. Dr. John Holmes has worked in new product development since 1985 on products that include vending machines, blood glucose monitors, appliances, power electronics for motor drives, electrical distribution, and oil drilling equipment. We're here to ask John a few questions about his presentation. John, what new product development factors affect product quality, and what can companies do to improve these factors within their organizations?
That's a great question. The key things that my research has suggested is that project manager experience is a key issue. Hiring the right project managers is key to being productive in new product development and creating high quality products. Team member experience is one that's kind of interesting because as the younger teams tend to produce higher quality products coming out of new product development. That's not necessarily to say they are the most productive choice for a team, but they actually produce a little bit more, a little bit higher quality products according to my research. The other thing that was very interesting in the study was that senior management involvement, too much senior management involvement, can actually reduce the quality of a new product. You want to get the right balance of senior management being involved in the project and the team doing their work and not spending all their time reporting up. And it was very telling that the research that I speak of was a survey, and it was a survey, it was an international survey with significant respondents, and the responses came back such that people really showed, the people that responded to the survey really showed that too much senior management involvement actually kind of hampered their projects. The other thing that's critical was voice of the customer. Getting the right requirements, the right thing that your customer wants, and producing the right product is key, because if your customer wants an automobile and you produce something that looks like a bicycle, they're not going to consider that a very high quality new product because it doesn't have a motor, it doesn't get them to work, it doesn't do the key things that they wanted that automobile to do. So I think those are the key issues in new product development.
Very interesting, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What should companies keep in mind when choosing how to improve the quality of new products?
You know, I think it's very important for companies to select improvements that are achievable in their organization. If you have a company that has 20 people trying to take on a new product development process, trying to put in place a new product quality organization and an ISO certification, that's overwhelming, bogs down the company, and you can't be successful. On the other hand, you know, if you have a very, very large company with hundreds of projects and millions of dollars going into your new product development, coming up with a standard process and that sort of thing is very valuable to the company. So to figure out what they really need to do to improve a company, you should, you know, the leadership in an organization should baseline what other companies in their industry of their size are doing. Look at the academic literature to kind of see what the standard is for outgoing quality of new product developments, and then use those things to define what their next improvement should be in their process, because to improve a new product development process is much like improving any quality process. It's incremental, it's continuous process. Once you fix and improve the process in this way, then you know you can actually continue to improve it that way. So it's that continuous improvement and starting at a point that you know is achievable. Setting your goals to be achievable goals is key.
Great, thank you. In your presentation, you mentioned change leadership.
Mm-hmm.
What is change leadership and how does it work?
Well, change leadership is interesting because whether you're implementing a new product development process, or you're telling someone they have to move their office, or you're reorganizing a company and moving heads around, whatever kind of change you're trying to bring to an organization is usually done with the best of intentions, and it's good for an organization. Unfortunately, organizations are made up of people, and people have emotions. And as soon as you try to implement a change in an organization, those people's emotions get in the way. And they start going through, as soon as you tell them you're going to change their job, change their new product development process, change whatever it is you're going to change in their organization, they immediately become immobilized and really stop doing their job very effectively. Then they get angry. They get kind of upset because you're coming in and you're saying, you need to do it this way, and the person you're changing may have been doing that job a different way for the last 20 years, and they don't understand why you want to change, and they get mad about that. Then they might get a little depressed, or excuse me, the next phase is anger. They'll get upset. They'll be very angry with you that you're trying to change what they know how to do better than you. Then they kind of get depressed. When they see that your change isn't going away, they get kind of depressed, upset about it. Then eventually they'll start testing what you want them to do in your new process. And then kind of the last phase is they'll accept it that, hey, maybe what you want me to do isn't so bad. But when they go through that process, the resistance to change is those steps in the middle, the depression, the anger, immobilization. Those things are really big resistance to change, and they hamper your productivity. So the key is to take the organization offline and do gap analysis or in some method, see what the differences are between what they're doing today and what needs to be done to optimize your organization. Look at those differences, and as you're going through that process, engage the team that you're trying to get to implement the change. And have them go through those emotions offline while you're doing the gap analysis. And once you've worked your way through that whole process, you get to the other end, then you say, well, let's go implement this. And the steps of depression and anger and immobilization and those things that are the resistance to change all come out during the gap analysis, and you jump directly from a stable process to kind of testing the new process in the workplace, and you don't lose a lot of productivity.
Thank you so much, John, for answering my question.
Well, thanks for having me today. I appreciate it.
No problem.